Intelligence isn't just about solving puzzles or remembering facts. True intelligence is about understanding yourself, making better decisions, and staying calm in the face of challenges. The Stoics, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, lived by principles that made them masters of rational thinking and emotional control. They didn't just talk about wisdom, they practiced it every day. In this video, we'll explore 10 Stoic techniques designed to help you think more clearly, make better choices, stay focused under pressure. These techniques are simple, timeless, and incredibly effective. By the end of this video, you'll have practical tools to boost your mental clarity and strengthen your mind. Let's dive in. 1. Practice the dichotomy of control. What it is. The dichotomy of control is a central principle in Stoic philosophy. It teaches us that life is divided into two categories. 1. Things we can control. 2. Things we cannot control. Understanding this distinction is the foundation of a calm and focused mind. When you stop wasting energy on what's beyond your control, you can fully concentrate on improving the areas you can influence. Why it works. Reduces mental clutter. By letting go of what's outside your control, you free your mind from unnecessary worries and stress. Enhances focus. You can channel your energy into productive actions rather than fretting over outcomes. Promotes emotional balance. Accepting what you cannot change minimizes frustration and emotional turmoil. This principle is like decluttering your mind. Imagine trying to clean a room while obsessing over the weather outside. It's pointless. Focusing only on the task at hand makes progress possible. Practical applications. Here's how you can apply the dichotomy of control in your daily life. 1. Make 2 lists. Write down one list of things you can control and another of things you can't. For example, can control your effort, attitude, words, and habits. Cannot control other people's opinions, the past, or random events. Every time you feel overwhelmed, revisit this list to refocus. 2. Control your internal dialogue. When facing a challenge, ask yourself, am I worrying about something I can change? If yes, what action can I take right now? Replace, why is this happening to me, with, what can I do about this? 3. Let go of the outcome. When pursuing a goal, focus on the process rather than the results. For example, preparing for an interview, focus on your preparation, not the hiring decision. Giving a presentation? Concentrate on delivering your best, not the audience's reaction. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, faced constant political upheaval, war, and personal challenges. Yet his writings and meditations reflect his deep understanding of this principle. When faced with betrayal or external chaos, Marcus focused on what he could control, his own thoughts, actions, and sense of duty. His leadership and philosophical insights continue to inspire millions because he mastered this mindset. Your turn. Take a moment today to identify one thing that's been stressing you out. Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If yes, take action. If no, remind yourself to let it go and redirect your energy to something within your control. 2. Negative visualization, premeditatio malorum. What it is. Negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, is a Stoic practice where you imagine the worst-case scenario before it happens. This doesn't mean dwelling on negativity. It's about mentally preparing yourself for challenges so they don't catch you off guard. By vividly picturing what could go wrong, you train your mind to handle setbacks with grace and resilience. When the worst is no longer feared, you can focus more clearly on solutions. Why it works. Reduces anxiety. Anticipating challenges makes them feel less intimidating. Improves problem solving. Planning for obstacles sharpens your ability to respond effectively. Increases gratitude. Recognizing how things could go wrong helps you appreciate when they go right. The Stoics believed that fear of the unknown paralyzes the mind. Negative visualization turns the unknown into something familiar and manageable. Practical applications. Here's how to integrate negative visualization into your daily life. 1. Start your day with reflection. In the morning, take 5 minutes to reflect on what could go wrong that day. Example: you're giving a presentation. Visualize technical difficulties, a skeptical audience, or forgetting your main points. Mentally prepare your responses to these situations. 2. Use it for big decisions. When facing a major life decision, imagine the worst possible outcome. Example: considering a career change? Visualize struggling to find clients, feeling out of your depth, needing extra time to succeed. Ask yourself, could I handle this? What would I do to overcome it? 3. Combine it with gratitude. After visualizing the worst-case scenario, reflect on your current situation. Example: if you imagined losing your job, appreciate the stability you currently have and the opportunities it provides. Example in action: Seneca, the Roman Stoic philosopher, often imagined losing his wealth and status. By doing this, he realized that external possessions didn't define his happiness. He wrote, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." This mindset helped him face real challenges calmly, knowing he had already prepared himself mentally. Choraspran. Choose one situation you're worried about. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Write it down and think through your plan of action. Reflect on what you still have and why it's worth appreciating. 3. Journaling for clarity. What it is. Journaling was a daily practice for many Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius. It's a simple yet powerful way to reflect on your thoughts, actions, and emotions. Writing helps you process your experiences, organize your ideas, and identify areas for improvement. By putting your thoughts into words, you gain clarity and control over your inner world. Why it works. Clears mental clutter. Writing down your thoughts frees up mental space, allowing you to think more clearly. Promotes self-awareness. Journaling helps you recognize patterns in your behavior and thinking. Encourages growth. Reflecting on your actions shows you where you're succeeding and where you need to improve. Marcus Aurelius used his journal to remind himself of Stoic principles and evaluate his own actions. His writings, compiled in meditations, were never meant to be published. They were purely for self-reflection. Practical applications. Here's how to use journaling to boost your mental clarity. Daily reflection. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? What lessons did I learn? Write short, honest answers. Don't overthink it. Morning pages. Start your day by writing freely for 5 to 10 minutes. Let your thoughts flow without judgment or structure. This can help clear your mind and set a focused tone for the day. Track your progress. Use your journal to monitor your growth. Example: if you're practicing patience, note moments where you succeeded and moments where you struggled. Reflect on what triggered your reactions. Record Stoic principles. Write down a Stoic quote or principle each day and reflect on how it applies to your life. Example: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Example in action. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. This wasn't a public declaration. It was a private reminder to himself. His practice of journaling kept him grounded, even while ruling an empire. Your turn tonight. Take 5 minutes to write about your day. Focus on one thing that went well and one area where you can improve. Repeat this habit daily for a week and notice how it sharpens your thinking and self-awareness. 4. Cultivate Amor Fati, love of fate. What it is. Amor Fati, or love of fate, is a Stoic mindset of embracing everything that happens to you, good or bad, as necessary and meaningful. It's not about passive resignation, but about actively finding value and purpose in life's events, even those you wouldn't choose. Instead of resisting reality or wishing things were different, Amor Fati teaches you to see setbacks as opportunities and obstacles, as fuel for growth. Why it works. Fosters resilience. When you embrace challenges, instead of avoiding them, you become stronger and more adaptable. Reduces stress. Accepting life as it is removes the frustration of wishing for something you can't change. Enhances gratitude. By loving every moment, you learn to appreciate life in its entirety, even its difficulties. The Stoics believed that everything happens for a reason, even if it's not immediately clear. Amor Fati helps you align your perspective with this belief, unlocking a deeper sense of peace and purpose. Practical applications. Here's how to cultivate Amor Fati in your life. Reframe challenges. When something doesn't go your way, ask yourself, how can this experience benefit me? What can I learn from this? Example. If you lose a job, see it as a chance to explore new opportunities or develop a skill you've been neglecting. Accept the unchangeable. Instead of resisting what has already happened, remind yourself, this is outside my control. My only power is how I respond. Example. If bad weather ruins your plans, use the time to focus on something productive indoors. Use obstacles as fuel. Adopt the mindset. The obstacle is the way. Example. If you face criticism, use it to improve instead of feeling discouraged. Criticism becomes a tool for growth when you embrace it. Reflect daily. At the end of each day, review one event that frustrated you. Ask, how could I have viewed this differently? How did this moment serve me, even if it didn't feel like it? Example in action. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher born into slavery, is a perfect example of Amor Fati. Despite his harsh circumstances, he believed his struggles were essential for his philosophical growth. He taught, do not seek to have events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do happen, and your life will go smoothly. This attitude allowed him to transform suffering into strength, making his teachings timeless. Your turn. Choose one frustration or setback you've experienced recently. Reflect on how it might serve you in the long run. Write down one positive outcome or lesson you can draw from it. 5. Practice daily self-discipline. What it is. Self-discipline is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. It involves training your mind and body to act in alignment with your values and long-term goals, rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions or desires. The Stoics believed that mastering yourself is the ultimate form of freedom. This practice strengthens your willpower and sharpens your ability to think clearly and act wisely, even in difficult situations. Why it works. Improves focus. Self-discipline helps you resist distractions and prioritize what truly matters. Builds confidence. Each small victory over temptation strengthens your belief in your ability to achieve bigger goals. Sharpens mental clarity. Resisting instant gratification trains your mind to think critically and act rationally. By consistently choosing discipline over indulgence, you build a foundation for success in all areas of life. Practical applications. Here's how to build self-discipline into your daily routine. Start small. Choose one simple habit to practice daily. Example: wake up 30 minutes earlier, exercise for 10 minutes, or meditate for 5 minutes. Commit to consistency rather than perfection. Delay gratification. Practice saying no to immediate rewards in favor of long-term benefits. Example: if tempted to scroll on your phone, set a timer for 15 minutes to focus on work first. Create accountability. Share your goals with someone you trust or track your progress in a journal. Example: if you aim to eat healthier, log your meals daily or share your goals with a friend. Challenge yourself. Push yourself out of your comfort zone daily. Example: take a cold shower, tackle a difficult task first thing in the morning, or resist a small indulgence. Reflect on your progress. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I act with discipline today? Where did I falter, and how can I improve tomorrow? Example in action. Cato the Younger, a Roman Stoic, practiced self-discipline by intentionally living simply and enduring discomfort. While others indulged in luxuries, Cato wore basic clothing, walked barefoot, and ate modest meals. These habits weren't acts of deprivation. They were training exercises to strengthen his willpower and keep him focused on what truly mattered. Your turn: pick one small act of self-discipline to practice today. Commit to it, no matter how challenging it feels. Reflect on how this small action contributes to your growth. 6. Control your inner dialogue. What it is. The Stoics emphasized the importance of controlling your inner dialogue, the ongoing conversation you have with yourself. They believed that our thoughts shape our emotions, decisions, and ultimately, our lives. By mastering your inner dialogue, you can train your mind to stay calm, rational, and focused, even in the face of challenges. Your inner dialogue determines how you interpret events. A negative or reactive mindset can cloud your judgment, while a balanced and constructive dialogue sharpens your intelligence. Why it works: reduces emotional reactivity. Rational thoughts prevent you from being overwhelmed by emotions. Improves decision-making. A clear inner dialogue helps you assess situations logically. Builds resilience. Encouraging self-talk keeps you steady during tough times. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Controlling your thoughts means controlling your life. Practical applications. Here are ways to take charge of your inner dialogue. Question: automatic thoughts. When you feel upset or overwhelmed, pause and ask, is this thought true? Is it helpful? What would a Stoic think in this situation? Example: if you're frustrated by a delay, remind yourself, this is an opportunity to practice patience. Replace negative thoughts. Identify self-defeating or unproductive thoughts and replace them with constructive ones. Example: instead of thinking, I can't handle this challenge, say, I can approach this step by step. Focus on what you can control. Train your mind to let go of what's beyond your control. Example: if someone criticizes you unfairly, focus on your reaction rather than their words. Repeat positive affirmations. Use affirmations grounded in Stoic principles to guide your mindset. Example: I have power over my mind. External events cannot disturb me. Practice mindful breathing. Pair your inner dialogue with deep breathing to stay grounded. Example: as you inhale, think, stay calm. As you exhale, think, stay focused. Example in action. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself of Stoic principles in his journal to maintain clarity and focus. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By controlling his inner dialogue, he led Rome through wars, plagues, and political turmoil with wisdom and composure. Your turn. The next time you face a challenge, pause and observe your inner dialogue. Ask, am I reacting emotionally or am I responding with reason? Practice replacing one unhelpful thought with a constructive one. 8. Embrace the dichotomy of control, what it is. The dichotomy of control is one of the central principles of Stoicism. It teaches you to separate what is within your control from what is outside it. The Stoics believed that peace and wisdom come from focusing only on what you can influence while accepting what you cannot. Epictetus put it simply, some things are up to us and some things are not. By embracing this mindset, you free yourself from unnecessary worry and frustration. Why it works reduces anxiety. You stop wasting energy on things you can't change. Sharpens focus. Directing your attention to what you control makes you more effective. Brings peace. Acceptance of external events leads to inner calm. Practical applications. Here's how to practice the dichotomy of control. Make 2 lists. Divide a sheet of paper into 2 columns. In one column, write what you can control. In the other, write what you can't. Example: can control. Effort, attitude, how you respond. Can't control. Other people's opinions, the weather, the past. Shift your focus. When you feel overwhelmed, remind yourself, is this something I can change? If yes, take action. If no, let it go. Respond instead of reacting. In moments of stress, pause and ask, what's within my control here? Example: if someone insults you, focus on how you respond rather than the insult itself. Accept outcomes. Do your best in every situation but detach from the result. Example: prepare thoroughly for an interview but don't stress over the decision. It's not in your control. Practice daily reflection. At the end of the day, review your thoughts and actions. Did I focus on what I control? Where did I waste energy on things I cannot change? Example in action. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. Instead of getting frustrated, recognize that you can't control the traffic itself, but you can control how you use the time. You might listen to an audiobook, practice deep breathing, or reflect on your day. This shift in mindset transforms a stressful situation into an opportunity for growth. Your turn. Think of one current challenge in your life. Identify what you can and cannot control about it. Commit to focusing only on what you can influence. 8. Cultivate focus through single tasking. What it is, the Stoics valued focused attention, believing that you should give your full energy to the task at hand. In today's world of constant distractions, practicing single tasking, focusing on one activity at a time, can significantly enhance your intelligence and effectiveness. Seneca wrote, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." This reminds us that dividing our attention reduces our ability to think clearly and act effectively. Why it works improves comprehension. Deep focus allows you to understand complex ideas more thoroughly. Enhances problem solving. Concentrating fully on a problem leads to better solutions. Builds discipline. Training your mind to resist distractions strengthens mental resilience. Practical applications. Here are ways to practice single tasking. Set a timer. Choose one task and commit to working on it for a set period, like 25 or 50 minutes, Pomodoro technique. Example: spend 25 minutes reading a challenging book without checking your phone. Eliminate distractions. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and create a clutter-free workspace. Example: before starting a task, silence your phone and place it out of sight. Prioritize your tasks. Start each day by identifying your most important task, MIT. Focus on completing it before moving on to anything else. Example: if you need to write a report, avoid multitasking with emails or calls. Practice mindful attention. When your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to the task at hand. Example: while listening to someone speak, Resist the urge to think about your response and focus fully on their words. Reflect after each task. Once you complete a task, take a moment to reflect on what you accomplished. Example: after finishing a chapter of a book, summarize its key points in your own words. Example in action: imagine you're learning a new skill, like playing the piano. Instead of jumping between different exercises or scrolling on your phone between sessions, dedicate uninterrupted time to practicing a single piece. This deep focus accelerates your learning and builds your mastery. Your turn: identify one task you've been putting off. Eliminate all distractions and give it your undivided attention for 25 minutes. Notice how much more productive and clear-minded you feel afterward. 9. View challenges as opportunities. What it is. The Stoics believed that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Instead of seeing obstacles as setbacks, they viewed them as chances to practice virtue, build resilience, and gain wisdom. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This mindset transforms difficulties into stepping stones for personal development. Why it works reframes adversity. It helps you focus on the benefits of overcoming hardship. Builds resilience. Facing challenges strengthens your ability to handle future obstacles. Encourages proactive thinking. You look for solutions instead of dwelling on problems. Practical applications. Here's how you can start viewing challenges as opportunities. Shift your perspective. When faced with a problem, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? Example: if you fail an exam, see it as a chance to identify your weak areas and improve. Focus on growth. Treat every difficulty as practice for a specific virtue, such as patience, courage, or discipline. Example: a difficult conversation with a coworker becomes an opportunity to practice empathy and communication. Turn setbacks into steps forward. Look for ways to use the obstacle to your advantage. Example: losing a job could be the push you need to pursue a more fulfilling career path. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge your progress in overcoming challenges, no matter how small. Example: if you struggle with public speaking, celebrate delivering even a short, nervous speech. It's a step forward. Practice gratitude for challenges. Reflect on how past struggles have shaped you into who you are today. Example: write down one challenge you faced and how it helped you grow. Example in action. Marcus Aurelius faced countless obstacles as a Roman emperor, from wars to political strife. Yet he saw these challenges as opportunities to embody Stoic virtues. In Meditations he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Instead of feeling overwhelmed, he used adversity to strengthen his leadership and character. Your turn. Think of a current challenge in your life. Reframe it as an opportunity to grow or practice a virtue. Ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can I use this to improve myself? 10. Simplify your life. What it is. The Stoics believed that true intelligence and wisdom come from focusing on what truly matters and letting go of unnecessary distractions. Seneca advised, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Simplifying your life helps free your mind, allowing you to think clearly, act decisively, and pursue meaningful goals. Simplicity isn't about deprivation, it's about clarity and intentionality. Why it works reduces mental clutter. Fewer distractions mean more focus on your priorities, frees up time and energy. You spend less effort managing unnecessary possessions or commitments. Enhances decision-making. A simpler life reduces stress and allows for better, more thoughtful choices. Practical applications. Here are actionable steps to simplify your life the Stoic way. Declutter your environment. Remove items that don't add value to your life. Example: go through your home and donate unused clothes or gadgets. Focus on essentials. Ask yourself, what truly matters in my life? Example: prioritize time with loved ones, personal growth, and health over material pursuits. Say no to excessive commitments. Don't overextend yourself. Only take on responsibilities that align with your goals. Example: politely decline invitations or projects that don't serve your long-term purpose. Adopt a minimalist mindset. Let go of the need to constantly acquire more. Example: instead of buying new clothes, repair or repurpose what you already have. Simplify your schedule. Eliminate non-essential tasks and focus on high-priority activities. Example: block off time for deep work and self-care rather than constantly multitasking. Detach from the opinions of others. Free yourself from the need to impress others or meet their expectations. Example: instead of chasing status symbols, focus on what genuinely makes you happy. Reflect on your needs versus wants. Regularly evaluate your desires and identify what's truly necessary. Example: do you really need the latest gadget, or can you make do with what you have? Example in action. Imagine you've been feeling overwhelmed by your packed schedule and cluttered home. By simplifying, you start to say no to unnecessary meetings, clear out your living space, and focus only on meaningful activities. This clarity allows you to dedicate more energy to personal growth, hobbies, and relationships. Your turn. Take one area of your life, your home, your schedule, or your commitments, and simplify it today. Reflect on how this change impacts your mental clarity and emotional well-being. 11. Reflect on mortality. Memento Mori. What it is. The Stoic concept of Memento Mori, remember that you will die, encourages you to keep mortality in mind, not to be morbid, but to live more fully and wisely. Reflecting on death sharpens your focus, helps you prioritize what truly matters, and frees you from the fear of the inevitable. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This reminder is not meant to create anxiety, but to inspire purposeful living. Why it works clarifies priorities. Awareness of life's brevity helps you focus on meaningful pursuits. Fosters gratitude. It encourages you to appreciate the present moment. Reduces fear. Facing mortality directly diminishes its power over you. Practical applications. Here's how to practice Memento Mori in your daily life. Daily reflection. Begin or end each day by reflecting on the finite nature of life. Ask yourself, if today were my last day, would I be proud of how I spent it? Am I focusing on what truly matters? Visualize your legacy. Consider how you want to be remembered. Example: write down the kind of impact you want to leave on others and use it as a guide for your actions. Practice gratitude for time. Appreciate the moments you have, no matter how small. Example: while drinking your morning coffee, pause to savor the experience instead of rushing. Let go of petty concerns. When faced with minor annoyances, remind yourself of their insignificance in the grand scheme of life. Example: instead of getting frustrated in traffic, use the time to reflect or listen to something uplifting. Create a memento. Keep a physical reminder of mortality, like a coin, bracelet, or artwork. Example: carry a small object engraved with Memento Mori, or a similar phrase to keep you grounded. Face fear. Directly. Contemplate death as a natural part of life, not something to be feared. Example: read or write about your thoughts on mortality to desensitize yourself to its emotional weight. Example in action: a Stoic might reflect on mortality before making decisions. When considering how to spend their time, they would ask, if this were my last week, would I still choose this? This mindset inspires them to prioritize meaningful activities, like spending time with loved ones or pursuing lifelong goals, over trivial distractions. Your turn. Take 5 minutes today to reflect on your mortality. Ask yourself, am I spending my time on things that matter? What can I do today to live more purposefully? The ultimate power of Stoic intelligence. You've now uncovered 10 transformative Stoic techniques that can enhance your intelligence, sharpen your decision-making, and bring clarity to your life. But here's the truth. Knowing these techniques is not enough. The Stoics believed that wisdom comes through action. You can read philosophy, listen to advice, or watch videos like this, but real progress happens only when you practice. Think about this. Marcus Aurelius ruled the Roman Empire while writing Meditations as a personal guide to staying grounded. Epictetus was born a slave yet mastered his mind to teach lessons that changed lives. Seneca managed the chaos of politics while cultivating peace within. These philosophers weren't just thinkers, they were doers. Each challenge you face, each decision you make, is an opportunity to apply these lessons. Will you embrace discomfort to grow stronger? Will you simplify your life to focus on what truly matters? Will you use your time wisely, knowing it's limited? The answer to these questions defines not only your intelligence, but your character. Your next step. Right now, choose one technique from this video. Just one. Commit to practicing it every day for the next week. Notice how it shifts your perspective, your habits, and your mindset. This is your chance to go beyond theory and step into the wisdom of the Stoics. What stands in your way can become the way forward, but only if you take that first step. The Stoics taught us that intelligence isn't about how much you know, it's about how you live. It's about the choices you make each day, the way you respond to challenges, and how you align your actions with your values. By embracing these 10 techniques, you're not just increasing your intelligence, you're reshaping your life. Whether it's journaling to clarify your thoughts, embracing challenges to grow, or practicing Memento Mori to focus on what truly matters, every technique is a step toward a wiser, more intentional you. But remember, philosophy is useless if it stays in your mind. It only works when you put it into practice. Choose one technique. Start small. Pick one of the techniques and apply it to your life today. Maybe you'll start with daily journaling, or perhaps you'll focus on simplifying your life. Whatever you choose, commit to it for the next 7 days. Reflect and share. At the end of the week, reflect on your progress. What did you learn? How did it change your perspective? Engage with us. Share your experience in the comments below. Let's start a conversation about how Stoic principles are shaping your journey. Final words. You have the power to live a life of wisdom, clarity, and purpose. The Stoics knew this centuries ago, and their timeless lessons are now in your hands. The question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Thank you for watching. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit from these insights. Let's spread the wisdom of Stoicism and build a community of thoughtful, resilient individuals. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, live with intention, clarity, and purpose.